I get interest about portrait photography because it gives me the opportunity to play with the person and the environment.
Welcome to today's Zeiss Expert Talk. I am Elliot Chi, Senior Product Manager at Zeiss Consumer Product. Next to me is our ambassador, Gabriel Santos, a talented and professional photographer who has been supporting us amazingly in the past years.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Santos, a professional photographer from Spain, passionate on outdoor travel and portrait photography, and I'm honored to be here today with you.
And we are here today to deep dive into a fascinating world of professional portrait. Gabriel will take us on a journey through his thoughts and experience in shooting portrait, and we will explore the impact of using different lenses on portrait making process. So without further add-on, let's jump right in and uncover the secrets behind taking breathtaking portraits. So Gabriel, tell us a little about yourself. What was the opportunity for you to start photography and what attracts you to work also on portrait?
The truth is that I love photography since I was a child. When I grew up, I bought a camera and started to practice photography, mainly doing landscape because I love nature. Little by little, it became a hobby that took a lot of my time. And at 27 years old, I have the opportunity to go to Madrid. And there is where I start to get contact with portrait photography. I get in love with that because in portrait photography, I can mix the landscape or the atmosphere and the person. And this is really fun options or aspect for the photography.
So there you have it. I think everyone has their own take on what a perfect portrait means. So some people said it's about unforgettable emotions. It can be about exquisite lighting setup, or it's just sometimes distinctive bokeh effects. So Gabriel, what do you see so importantly to create a perfect portrait?
For me, there are three factors that I prioritize over others. The first one is the naturalness. I want to create real moments. I like to interact with the person that I take in pictures because it's incredible how the way that you interact with that person can change the scene a lot. The other is the environment. For me, the environment, the atmosphere is really important, play a very important role in the image. Try to combine the outfit with the person, with the mood, with the vibe, with the landscape is something that I love. And the third one is the editing process of the picture. I always try to get the same tones. For that I use mood tones or I use the classic film colors because I love to get the same style in all the pictures that I take in. Even if it's with different lights, I always try to get the same tones.
I'm just curious how you put them into practice to become your way. So I'm keen to understand your thoughts on the next two portraits that you brought us today. Could you elaborate a bit?
The first one is for a writer. It's a picture that will appear in the biography of the book. And for that, her presence has to be prominent. I use the bokeh to intensify that the person, to highlight her. And I try to find some cloudy day to get soft tones and get soft lights in the skin because I think that mix really well with the person that I take in pictures. Later I try to interact with her to try to get good vibes and emotions, and well, I think that goes really well. The second one is the picture of a musician in a studio recording, and in this case I try to move around the room trying to find some beautiful composition using the bokeh to get this creamy foreground and try to point the interest in the person, because the surrounding in photography is really important because it gives you the opportunity to understand what is happening around that person. and you understand that is an intimate moment in a studio recording, personal creative moment too, and I think that is awesome.
Yeah, I can feel that it orients me right into the narrative situation. I mean, the use of the foreground blur is just beautiful. First of all, I have to say, at my job, very often we need to run technical review of the pictures. So I'm trained to look for tiny artifacts on the images. But when watching at your photographs, I could say that I simply couldn't find any of them. And that makes watching your photographs a really enjoyable experience.
Thank you.